call names. I'm just calling him out there. Like, no, this is blatantly racist. It's the worst timing, and it's such a reminder if we don't need to do this again.
You know, Scott, the do we want 4 more years is a political question, but there's also a moral question here is, do we want 4 more minutes of a public figure saying racist things? And how do you stop that from happening? And, you know, what would you advise Republican officials to say about this? And I ask because Mitch McConnell has been reticent at times to even mention Trump's name. And he's doing that on purpose. I think he doesn't want to necessarily elevate him. But in a case like this, do you think it makes sense to speak out?
Well, I think it made sense for Elaine Chao to speak out because, you know, she's classier than Donald Trump will ever think about being, and she's let this go for some time. But at some point, it becomes not just an issue for her personally, but an issue for the entire Asian American community. I mean, Elaine Chao, her parents, her family, they are 1,000 times the American patriots Donald Trump will ever be. And for him to question their patriotism and question their love of this country and say, you know, they have something to do with communist China, it's outrageous. So I'm glad that she stood up for the entirety of the Asian American community. As for the rest of the Republican Party, I think if you hear Donald Trump say something blatantly racist, the way he's doing against Elaine Chao, and you cannot summon the courage to deal with it if asked, then you need to look inside of yourself and say, what am I doing here? What kind of a party are we building here? And what do we want our country to be? And are we moral enough to lead this country? Candidly, I mean, the Chaos are an American success story. Elaine Chao is the first Asian American woman to be in a cabinet, the longest serving cabinet member since World War II. This person is an inspiration to an entire group of people, regardless of your politics. Asian Americans look up to Elaine Chao. And we have this egomaniac, this infant, this racist boob who continues to make these statements about her. It's outrageous, and we all ought to say it every single day, even if Senator McConnell and Elaine Chao choose not to wrestle with a pig in the mud. And that's where the Republican Party ought to stand.
Scott Jennings, Alyssa Vera Griffin, MJ, thank you so very much.